Justin Gatlin is the latest in a long line of sprint sensations to emerge from the USA.
Gatlin got a good start. Look at this man coming through now. Gatlin. What a fantastic performance from Gatlin. It's all about Gatlin.
Ultimate goal is to be one of the best sprinters in history.
And what a fantastic performance from Gatlin. And look at the time.
It's the American leading the Jamaican at the moment.
He knows he is the world champion.
Justin Gatlin is the world champion here in London.
What's up, everybody? We back for another episode of Ready, Set, Go. We in the building. I'm feeling kind of, comfy today, man. I got my boy over here, the bearded wonder, Rodney Green in the building. What's up, man? What's good?
Man, I'm chilling, man. Hey, listen, they say I don't like my name. I do like my name. I can't remember what your handle is, but I do like my name, the bearded wonder, the one who gave it to me. I do like my name. I don't want you to think I don't like it, but getting to that business, man.
Hold on, man. You like your name? That's cool. We gonna stick with that. What we gotta change? Why we gotta change?
Somebody said in the comments that I didn't like my name, man. I want to let them know I did like my name, the bearded wonder. I do read the comments every now and then, and I want to tell that person I do like my name. I can't remember your handle. Everybody knows I'm bad with names, so you know what I mean. I just wanted to say that, but. We got the Grand Unveiling, boy, of the new Jamaican athlete, Justin M1 Gun.
Hold on,
Gatlin.
Man. I don't know what you're talking about, dog. I'm wearing this because my AC's broken in reverse, bro. Like, it won't stop running. So, like, it's cold
boy,
up in here.
Listen, you ain't gonna stop running, boy. Listen, you lost that bet, boy. Boy, you gonna have to pay up.
Listen, I just got a Versace deal, so I gotta wear this.
Oh. Versace. You got a Jamaican deal too. You better tell. Jamaica.
All right,
boy, let's see it, man. I think you look good in yellow, man. I think you look good in not yellow. Let me correct myself. And gold. I think you look good in gold, man. Don't you like gold? You got you a couple gold medals. You know what I mean? Go ahead and drop and show them that gold, man. Oh, he got his theme music. That was... Oh, man. That boy look different, boy. I get him on a 4x1. Somebody get him on a 4x1, boy. Hey, man, we gonna get right to it, man. Listen.
Hold on, let me stop this then. And I got a drink one. Beanie, you watching, man? Check me out, dog.
Hey, Beanie man, check him out, man. Listen, check him out. Dancehall King, check him out.
Hey. All right.
Hey, that room better be Ray and Neff, by the way. You better be drinking that Ray and Neff from Jamaica, man. I love Ray and Neff, by the way. Listen, Ray and Neff, if y'all want to sponsor us, man, let us know, man. We put a bottle on the show, man. Y'all holla at us. But anyway, man, listen, I tried to tell you, bro. I tried to make you understand why Mondo was going to beat Warholm. And that would have kept you out of that suit. I try to tell you.
Man, first of all, this is your fault. This is your fault.
How is it my fault?
Because you made a bet with me and you didn't give me the information necessary. I didn't even know Mondo did the 100 meters in high school. I didn't even know Mondo ran 10.5 when he was younger in high school. You didn't give me none of that information. This man went out there and looked like a real 100-meter runner, dog.
That boy ran 10.3. I actually think exactly what Fred Curley thought. You know what I mean? I think if Mondo actually trained for the 100, he possibly could run 10.1, 10.0. I actually think he can do it. You know what I mean? But the good thing is, man, we had 2 world record holders out there, you know what I mean, competing in 100 meters, and the whole 100-meter stretch was full. Do we really like this 1v1 of athletes stepping outside of their norm and doing things like outside of their event?
We love the 1v1. We love it, bro. Come on, man. You know we love it. That was exciting. Neither one of them were an elite sprinter. Neither one of them were real sprinters. And the fact of, if you look how the stadium was, it was packed. And it wasn't even on the day of the competition, of the real competition. They did it, a day before? So to see how the stadium was packed and how many people and athletes came out to be able to support, I think this is something that we need to bring to the table. We love seeing athletes in their respectable in their events. We watched them be able to capture the moment and the glory because they honed in on their craft. But the fact is that we want those kind of fantasies, those things we talk about, like, man, you know what? Or the trash talking, bro. We love the fact that, like, man, I know I could beat you in 100 meters. And that's how it started. You know what I mean? So they put it together, made it happen, fireworks. I mean, listen, their whole setup and their event look way better than most events that we've been to at elite level. So
100%. Listen, I want people to know, like, this started really from an organic place. I posted on my story how I started. Somebody was videotaping, like, hey, bro, I think I'll whoop your ass in 100. Because the Warholm was like, bro, I even give you my spikes so you won't have no excuses. You know what I mean? I even remember when we were training together at one time, you told Dwight, you was like, you was like, bro, I'll jump back in the hurdles and whoop your ass. I was like, wait, bro, you ain't ran the hurdles since high school.
You're right.
He was like, I don't care. He was like, I still get back into my hurdles and whoop your ass.
Oh yeah, you know what? The thing is, I love them hurdles, boy. I definitely from Biggs, I needed my get back though, because he was a terror in high school, boy. He was a terror. He gave me nightmares, dog.
If anybody know Biggs, man, Biggs is from Jamaica, man. Dwight Thomas.
Uh-huh.
Dwight Thomas, man. Shout out to Dwight, man. He's a good friend of ours, man. Great
And what
sprinter
is he?
from Jamaica. He's from Jamaica.
Man. He's Jamaican.
Yeah, he is Jamaican, man.
Gosh, man, why I lose this bet, man? Why y'all made me lose this bet? Why none of y'all slide up on my DMs and say, hey, man, don't do that. Mondo real deal. Don't do that. Now look at me.
Listen, Mondo is the real deal. I saw that boy, some videos in high school of him giving dudes the work, boy. He ran 10:57 in high school, boy. Giving dudes the work. I'm talking like the work, boy. So I already knew. I was like, oh yeah, from high school, he's bigger, he's stronger. I actually like the fact that, you know, they had athletes as their coaches, man. You know what I mean? Mondo had Fred Curley as one of his coaches to help him with that start. So
he did. They trained at every meet. Fred Curley helped train Mondo at every meet leading up to that race. That's crazy.
I even like that they had the alumni. Vernon Norwood helped them too, man. You know, they both LSU alumni. You know what I mean? So yeah. I love that part of them helping each other also.
Shouts out to them, man. That's what a real community is about. Vernon could have been worried about himself, worried about his 400, worried about the 200. He about to get ready to run against Tebogo. And he went out there and really handled the business, you know what I'm saying? And helped Mondo, his LSU brethren, go out there and look at me, boy. Brethren, boy. Look at this, boy. Look what's coming on, dog. What is going on? Wagwan. Anyway, my point is, shout out to Vernon. All the people that helped each of these athletes prepare themselves for this 100 meters and learn the nuances of sprinting at elite level, man. Shout out to y'all. Y'all took your time to be able to show them what it is to feel, act, and move and compete like an elite sprinter. Now, Mondo, you got to get Fred on that pole. You got to get him jumping over that.
Fred ain't doing no pole vault, boy. Fred black. What you talking about, boy?
What you talking about? There's black pole vaulters out there?
How many black pole vaulters you seen in the Olympics or the World Championships?
I think Lawrence Johnson, he did it from Tennessee. I think he did. You know what? There was a German one, bro. It's a handful, man. You know,
handful. I ain't seen none, boy. What their names are? Exactly. Don't worry. I'll wait. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Anyway, you know who the real winners of this meet was? Even though Mondo won, the real winners of this meet was definitely Puma and Red Bull. They both are sponsored by them both.
Very true.
Those are the real winners of this doggone track meet. Red Bull and Puma were the winners of this. They set it up. They put it on. They were sponsors of the meet. They were the real winners of this meet. And now I would like to see how this happens if two people aren't signed by the same shoe company, because I think that definitely made it easy for these brands to jump on and be like, oh yeah, we sponsor them both. Let's go ahead and see what happens.
It's easy. Cool. I mean, you looking at, Prefontaine is heavily sponsored by Nike. You know what I'm saying? The Boston street races is heavily sponsored by Adidas. So it's not going to be hard to be able to say this is a Puma Red Bull race, but you still can wear, your Adidas or your Nikes or whatever like that and go out there and run. It's the meet itself. You know what I mean? They're not forcing people to put it on. I mean, if anything, the meet's going to make, you know what I'm saying, their money back by just the notoriety itself. So I think it can work. And I want to see it again. So who we got next? Mondo called out Sydney before he could even cool down from this last 100 he just ran. He's like, "What's up? I want this smoke in this 400. Where you come on out?"
Yeah, he definitely called out Sydney because based on the rules of the Diamond League, she will not be able to contend for the diamond because she didn't contend in any Diamond League this year. So she is ineligible for the final. But we know people were super excited to see that she wanted to run the 200 and the 400. What do you think about them bending the rules for her or maybe possibly breaking the rules for her to run? I know they have like a whole different section for her now, but my whole thing is, who is she running against? Because we wanted to see her run against Polino, or we wanted to see her run against, you know, some of the fastest 200-meter runners who are running 21. We wanted to see what that looked like. But I don't even know who she's going to run with in this exhibition 200 or 400 with what they put out.
Bruh, I get it from a perspective of like an audience being entertained, but also what about those athletes who got 8th or 7th or whatever, that the spots that will be taken because of someone being there that hasn't earned that spot? You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's hard to like figure out exactly what you're looking for. That's why you need these 1v1s or these other races that they should set up that you can say, okay, cool. Let's just say you want to see my favorite, a 300 meters against Paulino and Sydney. You pay Paulino double the amount of money she would win if she won the Diamond League, because most likely she's a shoo-in to win the Diamond League, right? But you say, come on over here. We'll pay you more than what you would if you won. And then we bring in Sydney and y'all do a 1v1 and y'all go after the 300. And at the end of the day, guess what? Nobody's ego and nobody's athletic achievements are in danger. It's a 300 meters. You know what I mean?
100%. I get it. And I think from the character of Sydney, she definitely doesn't want to push anybody out or make them have an unfair chance because they bended the rules for her. So I could definitely see her like, oh yeah, but y'all make an exhibition. If y'all really want me to come, y'all make an exhibition race for me, and I definitely will come. You know what I mean? So I could definitely see something like that happen. I still pick Polino over. People think I'm crazy, but like, I don't care what y'all say, man. I'm picking Polino. Queen Polino over Sydney, man. I ain't tripping on that flat. And this year, Sydney will get rolled, man. You know what I mean? I ain't even tripping. I
mean, hopefully that'll happen. I mean, I think a lot of people are, and I don't want to say that we are the ones that's pushing the narrative for the pace, but I think the creativity that we talk about on the show is starting to like turn into real events. You know what I'm saying? Turn into real things that really can happen in our sport. I'd love to see Mondo versus Sydney in a 400. Who do you think will win? You got Sydney or you got Mondo?
That's kind of tough. I mean, listen, 100 is different from a 400. I don't know. You know, with all Mondo's done, I don't know if he got 48 in his legs. You know what I mean?
Double or nothing. What we doing here, Brian? Double or nothing. What we doing?
I don't know if Mondo got 48 in his legs, man. I might be on your side with Cindy. Yeah, I mean, listen, that 48, that one lap is a real race. Like, I don't think people understand. Even for an elite sprinter to go out there and run one lap, if you've never prepared for it in the fall, boy, listen, that last 100 will give that lactic will be in your ears. That's lactic acid, by the way, for our fans, man. It hurts so bad to run one lap. That's why you see so many kids disappear around the 4x4 and everything at these state meets or at these high school meets. They're like, no, I'm not running.
Exactly.
The bathroom is packed when they hit the first call 4x4. If you go to a track meet and you try to go to the bathroom after they make that first call, you will not find a stall open.
Listen, boy, that last 85 meters, boy, that lactic set in, you're going to feel like you double dutching out there, boy.
I try to tell you. Anything sub 50 will give you lactic. sub 50 would give you like this. I don't know if Mondo. I have no history of Mondo running the 400, so I'm definitely going to go with the experience, and I'm going to pick Sydney.
Yeah, all right. You say that now. This is exactly what you said before, and then all of a sudden you like, oh yeah, you know. I was there to track me when he ran 10:57. I saw them. I saw him do it, bro. I didn't say I was there. I said I saw a video, and I said he looked pretty solid. When I saw the time, I was like, oh yeah, I'm not betting. Why we doing this, bro? Like, first of all, we always share videos with each other. You didn't even share this video with me, Doug.
Because it was a bet. You know what I mean? I need to conceal everything. And you look really good in gold, man. It brings out your eyes. You know what I mean?
I feel vulnerable. I feel vulnerable right now.
Oh, man, I know the USA is going crazy seeing you in this doggone top. Boy, listen, they like, what? But I know who loving it. Jamaica. That is crazy.
I need a spot on the 4x1.
They might let you get it. They might let you get it. Listen, if they brought back those like the Continental Cup, I'd love those things, man. When they let like the whole Europe versus Africa versus the Americas versus Asia.
They should.
That junk was cool. You know what I mean? If they brought that back. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That junk would be amazing. I think definitely you would make the Americas 4x1 like in your time, especially 2015. 2015, it probably would have been you, Bolt. Who else was rolling in 2015 from the America side? Mike Rogers was riding out. He was riding out too.
2015, Mike Rogers was riding out too.
He was. He ran like 985.
He did. Yes, he did.
Who else from Jamaica was riding? Was Nestor riding that year?
I think it was probably Nestor. The whole Jamaican 4x1.
You ain't lying.
They were all there.
Ashmead was rolling too, man.
Ashmead was rolling. Exactly.
Shout out to Nikhil Ashmead. He was rolling that year also, man.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that definitely. But I definitely think who was first, second, third, and fourth it was Bolt, then you. Who was third?
For who? Ashmead? Ashmead was third.
In 2015. Ashmead was third in 2015?
He started running third, yeah. Because of his
200
meters.
I mean, in the 100 race. Like in the final of the 100 when Bolt ran 79, you ran 80. Who got third?
Jeez, boy. 2015, it was a tie. It was a tie between Trayvon Brumell and Andre DeGrasse. It was a tie, bro.
So that junk, that might have been a thing.
They dead tied.
It could have been you, Bolt, DeGrasse, and Ashmead, or we don't know who makes that American 4x1. I don't know. Y'all in the comments, man, y'all tell us what y'all think they could have ran, man, because that definitely was a rolling year, you know. Bolt at 79, Justin at 74, you know what I mean? And a few of these other guys, you know, what y'all think?
So you going off that? You going off of 2015? You going off of 2015?
Yeah, off of 2015. Yeah, 2015, they had the Continental Cup. So what would that 4x1 have looked like for the Americas?
If it was 2015, we're talking about Trayvon Brumell out the hole, me on second, Ashmead or DeGrasse on third, and Bolt bring it home.
I like Ashmead on third. Ashmead always ran a good turn on that 200. So I ain't even gonna lie. No shade to DeGrasse, but
I will pick. You know what? Nothing against Ashmead, but the boy DeGrasse, my man, he has clutch factor.
He does.
He has clutch factor. He gonna get it done.
He does.
He has clutch factor.
He does.
But I've never seen him run any other leg but anchor. So this might be
exactly.
Might be something a little different.
You know me. I go with statistics. So I've seen Ashmead run that third leg. So I'm going with that. I'll definitely go with that. But yeah, man, shoot. We've talked about a few other things in private, man. Like and I wanted to discuss them. And if they come to light, man, we got a lawyer, man. We gonna come after y'all for this 10%. Man, I was saying, man, they should bring like the shoe wars. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like ASICS got enough athletes, Adidas got enough athletes, Nike got enough athletes. Who has the fastest group of athletes signed to their shoe company?
Respectively for
male and female.
Respectively for like each event or
each company.
Or a number of events.
So if Adidas was to say, okay, we got Adidas athletes, they gonna run in a 4x1, they gonna run Noah, Sambane, Akeem Sambane, they got, who else they got from Adidas? Oregondo, or I knew I messed that boy name up.
I don't even know who you're talking about right now.
Or the 200-meter runner, what's his name?
From where? From where?
He's Spanish. What's his name?
Alexander. Dominican Republic.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Him, he's Adidas. You know what I mean? But another Adidas runner. But then you got the Nike athletes. You could go to Tebogo, Fred. You could go Coleman, Kenny. You know what I mean? ASICS have a group of guys. You know what I mean? You have Puma that definitely have, the former Olympic champion. You got, you know what I mean? Who else is in Puma?
They should have did this shoe wars when we were still running, competing. No, I'm saying that it would have been a way better. It would have been a way better playing field. It would have been a way better playing field. Look at the numbers of it.
So?
I mean, look at Nike right now. Look how many athletes they got on their side.
On their roster.
On their roster, bro. They got a lot of sprinters on their roster.
I definitely think if they was to do it, it makes the shoe companies go out to really like sign a lot of younger talent. Like, hey man, we got to get the younger talent. We got the shoe wars coming this year, and we really want to win. You know what I mean? So, and you have like an independent sponsors outside of the Puma, the ASICS, Nikes, Adidas. You have somebody like TDK or, you know what I mean, or Omega or an outside sponsor who is going to sponsor that meet to see who signed the fastest athletes in the 4x1 or 1v1s. You know what I mean? I think that's definitely a really good concept that I can see.
I think you put together multiple events and you just score points off of that. So whoever comes in first, second, and third, 10, 8, 6, whatever points that come down. You see what I'm saying? So, but like I said, when you look at it now, it's different. Look at North America and what they bring to the table. Like male sprinter wise as that. You know what I mean? We haven't even touched female wise because I feel like female side is just a cheat code as is. But for the North Americas, you got Coleman, you got Curly, you got who else we got over there? Keyshawn. So
listen, for the female side, I just know in the 4x4, everybody else losing. They got New Balance got Femke Ball, they got Sydney McLaughlin, they got Gabby Thomas, and they got Kendall Ellis. They done. They ain't no shoe company, they line with whatever they want up, they not beating New Balance. I know that for a fact.
And I would love to see that 4x4. That would be a great 4x4 to see, boy. What?
Kendall Ellis, that's not getting whooped. Not getting whooped.
Can you imagine watching Sydney hand to Femke or Femke hand to Sydney and the gap they create? Like that would be amazing, bro. They probably gonna make 100-meter gap, bro.
I don't care what Adidas, Nike, or any one of them shoe companies assemble. Listen, they not beating that, bro. Kendall Ellis, Femke Ball, Sydney McLaughlin, and Gabby Thomas. That's not getting whooped. I don't care what they say. That might be a world record right there.
I wouldn't even put Sydney or Femke on the end. I'll just put Gabby on the end. Seriously, who's touching them, bro? Who's really touching them?
I just know with that happening, it would make Adidas and Nike be like, "Hey, we got to find the next one. We got to find the next ones because you know as long as I know, Nike don't like getting whooped. You know what I mean? But I know in the comments, a lot of our fans going to go research who's signed by these companies and they going to put together their 4x4s and 4x1s and tell us what they think.
So y'all do that. Do that for us. Next time we start to come on the social media platforms, make a list of your athletes who are in certain shoe brands and what event you would love to see these athletes compete in. I would love to see what your answers are for sure.
I definitely would love to see what their answers are, man. Yeah, but that New Balance team not getting whooped. I know New Balance, they going, as soon as they post, if we make this a short, they're going to run with this one. They're going to be like, New Balance, New Balance, New Balance, New
I can see New Balance sending out emails to all the other shoe companies and be like, to whom this may concern.
Concerned. Y'all not whooping us. You heard what them boys said.
But we would love to invite y'all.
But y'all just about to just give it the trophy and not even try. Y'all ain't got nobody to whoop us. Y'all got Oh, man. Shoot. What we had this weekend, man? We had, what, Zurich?
We had Zurich this weekend, man.
We had Zurich, man. We gonna jump into this Zurich Diamond League, man, and we going to discuss a few things. What we want to talk about, man. We 400-meter hurdles, man. Shoot, your teammate, Roshawn Clarke from Jamaica.
Boy, wild out here, dog.
Your teammate, man.
I'm literally looking down the list like, who's my teammate on here? You talking about CJ
What
Allen?
you mean? You got the Jamaican jersey.
I keep forgetting, dog. I keep forgetting.
Listen,
I look up at the camera and I be like, oh, like like this crazy. I feel like LeBron when he went to the Heat.
Hey, after a while, he started to get real comfortable in that jersey.
Oh, get out of here, man. So listen. Roshawn Clarke. My countrymen. Big ups, my countrymen.
Yeah, man. Big ups. Hey, 47-49, which is a really, 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 really good time, man. I'd like to see him be a lot more consistent. This is a really good time for him. You know what I mean? I feel like I really want to put Roshawn Clarke on our watch list. You know what I mean? Because, it's so late in the year and him running this this late. I really want to put him on the watch list to watch him for next year. He's definitely a hungry young man from Jamaica. You know what I mean? I definitely want to see him like rise to the top. And I know as a countryman, you want to see him rise to the top also.
John, no.
Do you even know how their national anthem starts?
Yes. But I can't tell you.
That's because you part Jamaican.
Or I heard it played a lot of different championships.
Oh yeah, that facts. that national anthem probably hunt your ass.
I'll be in the bed like this.
Yeah, right. So congratulations to Roshawn, man. What you thought about his race? I think he put it together really solidly.
No, I think it was a great race. I feel the same way. Let's put him on the watch list for sure. You know what I mean? Especially right now with the end of the season. It seems like it's going to be a good toss-up. You know what I mean? I don't know who's still left from the big three, who are out there still competing. But if he has a great chance of, taking top three. So I'd like to see what Clarke can do in the next couple of races for sure.
The one of the big threes was in that race, to Santos, man. He didn't finish. I think he's starting to roll on those injuries.
I see that, yeah.
Injuries again, man. Going around the track, he actually slowed down. He's been looking like a shell of himself, even going through the Olympics, not as confident, but I know DeSantis is one of those guys. He's not going to publicize that he's dealing with issues. He's just going to deal with them and still go out there and try. You know what I mean? He's not one to say I think he's one of those people who doesn't want to make excuses. So he wouldn't want to put out, oh yeah, I was going through this and this is why. He's going to run, and if he didn't finish, I don't even think he interviewed after the race, but I think he's definitely going through something that we don't know about.
I mean, I get it. And it's always that one thing where it always question myself, but also question other athletes. Do you put out there that you're injured? Do you let the audience know that you're injured? You're not your whole self. Do you not do it because you don't want your opponents to know this as well? You know what I mean? So you're kind of caught between a hard, you know what I'm saying, a hard place and a rock, or a rock and a hard place. But it's very complicated because you want to go out there and compete. You want to put your poker face on. You want to be able to say, okay, I'm ready to go out here and run as hard as I can, as fast as I can. And hopefully, you know, something happens where everything aligns and you're like, oh, okay, cool, I got it. You know what I mean? Everyone wasn't on their game today. Neither was I, but I still worked hard to get it done. But at the same time, when everybody is on their game and you're not on your game, you know, this is what happens. Same thing will happen to Santos, which is either you don't finish or you don't run very well. And then it leaves everyone scratching their head thinking, are you done? Are you not done? What's going on? You know? So I hope he heals up well, man, you know, and next year's World Championship. So the same way Santos came in, he came in like a storm. I think that he can be able to rest himself up and bounce back next year as well.
Yeah, boy. Listen, they with these injuries happen, you know, always. With injuries happen and other stuff happening, you leave the door open for the rise of another person who wants to be on that podium. And I think Sean's trying to make his way, man. So, you know, shout out to him. Shoot, in continuation, man, we got Mary Mora coming off a world record 600 meters. You know what I mean? Back into the 800. She dropped 157.08. Man, she's definitely riding on a confidence, but I see her. But shoot, Keely Hodgson running those 156s consecutively and with a PB of 154 this year, she's definitely in another world. And we haven't seen Keely run since the Olympics. I definitely want to see her run again.
You may not, dog. 154 is ridiculous. Do you understand how ridiculous that is, bro? That's ridiculous. That's crazy.
And I think I only seen her and a thing run 154 in the last couple of years, but 154 is crazy.
She's gotten to a level where now she has to pick and choose her events correctly, meaning her race correctly, right? Like she has to be able to say, okay, I'm gonna go out here and run this race. I'm in 154, 155, 156 shape. I got to go out there and attack it. The more she runs, the more she's prone to fatigue, tired, you know what I'm saying, injuries. And then that's when people like Mary Mora come in and then, you know, battle you to the finish line. And it kind of waters down your dominance that comes in. So you see these upper echelon elite athletes, now they're kind of like picking and choosing because you want to keep your stock high. You want to be always remembered as an athlete when you stepped on the track, who's beating you? You know, who's beating you? You know, and you win the most important races. I call it the Michael Jordan effect. You know what I mean? If you in the era and when Michael Jordan was playing, yeah, you saw them lose. You saw the Bulls lose. And they lost more than they would like to lose. But the fact is they won the ones that count the most. And that's what history remembers. So you got people like Keely Hodges. She wants to win the ones that count the most. So you may see her at the Diamond League, or you may not see her at the Diamond League. But I guarantee you, she's not going to stop. 2025 is right in her scope right now. She's worrying about that.
Definitely. I must say, with Mary Morrow winning and Tebogo, you know, on his little campaign, I love their dances, their African dances.
You saw that,
after the beat. Yeah, look, they be dancing, I be dancing too. I be like, yeah, that's us. Yeah, that's us. Africa is here, man. Africa is here in the sprint world. They were always there in the distant world, but the sprint world, boy, they are here and they let you know they're here to stay.
I love that. I love
They're not leaving.
I love that. I truly believe that there is, you know, because we always want to say, oh, Kenyans and Ethiopians only have distance runners. They don't have sprinters. Mm-hmm. And America only has real sprinters. The distance is not that really good. You know what I mean? Compared to like Kenya and Ethiopia and other parts of the world. But the fact is, it's not true. I really feel across the board, there are real true talents that can compete at a high level in any respectable event from those countries. And the fact is, you're seeing this. You're seeing Tebogo. You're seeing Omanyala. You know what I'm saying? Simbian has definitely staked his claim. This is what track and field is all about. Finding those talents from those other countries that you wouldn't think that would have produce elite quality sprinters or quality distance runners from countries that don't have that tradition. We're seeing that now. It's a changing of the guards. It's a fact of I have the abilities to do it. I'm going to go where I need to get those resources, and I'm going to be successful.
Or, you know, I mean, some of these people in their respective countries are running fast in their respective countries. Is it some of the coaches taking the knowledge from this side of the world to that side of the world and teaching it? Because I think that's definitely what's happening. You know what I mean? I mean, exactly what I was saying. Like I don't know if Boonsan lives, the youth athlete who got the silver medal in under 20s, if he lives in Thailand. But if he does live in Thailand, he's definitely well coached. You know what I mean? May not be in his best aspect of the race is not the start, but he's definitely coached. He has the workouts in the system to have top end and everything else. So that's definitely something to where somebody's teaching them the nuances of the sport at a high level on that side of the world. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean, and I get what you're saying. Like, it's not that side of the world doesn't have the talent, but once you find the talent and you teach them, you know, this is what you do, this is how you do it, and like periodization, micro or macro cycles, and you start to see them grow in that sport, you're like, oh, we got one, or we got two, or we got three. And that's how we see them burst onto the scene. You know what I mean? Do you think like a coach having the knowledge and taking it back to their country, that could be it also?
That's the equalizer right there across the board. That's the equalizer. That's it. I mean, traditions of distance runners, let's just say Kenya, right? You're going to have coaches that go out there and realize that they have true talents in distance running. So they go out there and those coaches learn about distance running and they bring it back to their country or they learn there and they create more distance runners. That's a tradition. But now the fact is you have sprinters. What can we do with these sprinters? Right? We're going to let them go into other sports, or we're going to let them come over here and back into the event they should be in, which is sprinting. So I believe that now coaches are the equalizers. They go out there, find the knowledge, go to these workshops, go to these clinics, learn different nuances, find different modalities, and then they go out there and become better coaches so they can go out there and coach better quality athletes. Coaches are the equalizer.
You guys already know RSG is partnered up with DraftKings. You guys hear me say it all the time, man. New customers who bet just as little as $5 get blessed with $250 of bonus bets instantly. And DraftKings are upping the ante even more with even more blessings, man. With 1 month of NFL Plus Premium, as an official partner of the NFL, DraftKings is the place to be. Make sure you go over and download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today. Use our promo code RSG, and I know I sound like a broken record every time I say this. New customers who bet $5 get $250 in bonus bets instantly. So you guys already know where to go, man. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Man, I definitely like that the world is catching up and we're sharing this knowledge. You know, we got India catching up also. You know what I mean? India having a lot more sprinters. I think in the Middle East, we definitely, in that area, we'll have more sprinters come. But I know they're getting a lot more knowledge. We saw them at the World Relays and their 4x1s and 4x4s, and they perform really well. So I definitely think that knowledge is definitely the equalizer. Shoot, trickling right back along, man. Grant Holloway, he ran 12.99, man. He is officially the guy who ran the most sub-13s in the event.
In the history of the event.
In the history of the event. I mean,
that is a rich history, bro. That's a rich history.
And he hold both crowns now. You know what I mean? He has the World Championship crown and he has the Olympic crown. He has them at the same time. You know what I mean? If this guy goes out there, and we all know he is only 0.01 away, or 0.01 away from the world record. You know, his PB is 81, the world record is 1280. Once he closes this world record out, he would be, I feel like he's officially, and I've heard great hurdlers who've hurdled before him say he's the best that they've ever seen. And I'm talking like from the David Olivers, they're like, yeah, he's the guy. You know what I mean? If he closes out the world record, man, he is undoubtedly, undisputably the best ever that the event have ever seen from the dawn of time.
He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the full package. He has it all. He's done everything he do in his event, bro. Now what you gonna move on to, Grant? What event you gonna move? First of all, break this world record, man. Please break this world record. We need you to break this world record. Bring it, bro. And then go in there and run the 4x1. We know you. We need you on the 4x1, and go run. I don't know what other event. I think he could do long jump too, right?
Man, I definitely think if Grant trained for it, he can be a real factor. Because his equivalent race would be the 200 for the 110 hurdles. He can really be a factor. But, I mean, we seen old boy, I mean, his PB is what, in 66.5? I saw him at doing starts with Noah at Worlds. Boy, listen, boy. He was separating like a mother, boy. He has a really great, I mean, hurdlers usually have a really good start. But I think Grant has a exceptional good start, not just for a hurdler, just for a person.
Yeah.
That ain't even for a hurdler. You can't even be like, for a hurdler. It's like, no, bro. Dude is a good starter. Period.
He's a phenomenal starter. And he's double knee down too. Did you know that? That's how he runs.
Yeah.
He double knees down.
He double knees down and shoot. Listen, I'd love to see. I mean, splitting 44 in the 4x4, you know what I mean? And then watching them run that first leg when they ran the 4x1 at Florida Relays, I definitely think he can definitely be a real contender. I don't know if he would be 19 mid, but I definitely think he could sub 20, maybe 19.9. You know what I mean? I definitely think it's a possibility. I don't know if he's willing to explore that if he gets the world record. You know what I mean? He should have Adidas write that in his contract. You know, hey, look, as I get this world record, I want to experiment, man. Y'all write me some time bonuses for the 200, 100, and other things, and let me see what I could do.
I don't know, man. That 200 kind of deep right now, boy.
No, it's super deep. Now I ain't saying that he would be like a podium contender.
Oh,
but I definitely think he could sub 20.
Okay,
he has the strength and the speed for it.
I got you.
You know what I mean?
But you know what? You know who I like in that event? Who's really making gains? The French hurdler Sasha. He was a junior world champion, junior phenom, and now he's kind of gaining his ground, and he's getting out there. He's getting used to running at the higher level hurdles. You know, because junior level they run at the high school level hurdles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's getting at the level, the inches that are elite hurdles, and he's really getting acclimated to his running style, his form, and getting more comfortable. Dropped that 13:10, which is a PR for him. That means you're going to see him next year drop into those 13.0s. And possibly, if he wills himself, we're looking at 12.9s. So that means that he's a threat. That's a threat 100%. That's coming in onto the board of game of play. Like he's coming out there trying to get something.
And he's definitely a shorter hurdler. He's not as tall as the Grant Holloways and the Freddie Crittens or the Hansel Parchments. But he's beaten these guys with really respectable times, because in that race, Freddie Critton ran 13:15, and the former Olympic champion Hansel Parchment ran 13:18, and the silver medalist Daniel Roberts ran 13:18 also. So, to your point, Sasha is actually just not running fast, but he's running fast in really solidified fields of contenders of a high caliber. So I definitely, we could go ahead and dub him on the RSG list too, man. Sasha, you on there?
I like to see
we gonna put him on there.
You know, I'm never going to deny a hurdler. So let's put him on there.
Sasha, shout out to you, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, man. From France. He's definitely from France, man. He definitely is trying to make a name for himself. So I'm looking forward to the World Championships in Tokyo next year. He's going to be in that final. God spell life that he has no injuries. Like, he's going to be one of those guys. So I can't wait to see it.
On to the next, man.
On to the next, man. We got the 400-meter hurdles, man. We ain't seen Sydney in a while. We ain't seen Femke in a while, but we got the silver medalists out there. And we got that dog, Shamir Little, out there doing their thing. But Shiann Salmon, from your countryman, 52.97, which is really a respectable time. Listen, I think I said it last show or the show before. Like, Femke and Sydney have made 52. Made people think that 52 is not super fast. It is really fast. Let's not forget, there's only 2 people that's ran 50 point in the history of the sport. You know what I mean? So you don't want to discredit these people who are competing at a high level. 52 is definitely, really fast. 53 was super competitive, and 54, you can make a good living running 54 5-6 years ago. You know what I mean? It's just that this event has evolved so much, as well as the 100-meter hurdles have evolved so much for the females, that when you see 52, you would think, yeah, that ain't, you know what I mean? But excluding the 2 that's went 50 point before, these are very competitive times that they're running.
Boy, I remember when 55 was a thing. You run 55? Oh, you really good in the 400 hurdles. Now, 55 is the norm now. You know what I'm saying? 55 is going to put you about 6th, 7th place. So the event itself has evolved to a level to where it's like, I mean, look what Salmon did. If you watch that race with Salmon, like the surge she made to the finish line, you can tell that she sat back, she watched the Sydney, she watched the Femkes, she watched the Annas, and then she said, I can do this. I just need to be in position and then run like a bat out of a hell and get to that finish line first. And that's exactly what she did. You could watch her around the track. She positioned herself. And by the time she had about 50 to go, she just made a charge. And Clarke couldn't do anything. Like, Clarke couldn't hold her off because she gained so much momentum off that hurdle, and she just went for it, But like I said, if you remember last couple of weeks, I said, watch out for these Jamaicans. They are positioning themselves in this women's 400 hurdles. They're multiplying. They're moving up the list. They went from what was it? 5th, 6th, and 7th to now 4th, 5th, and 6th to now 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And now we have them winning. We have them winning with 52s. We have them winning at Diamond Leagues. They are putting themselves into the conversation once again.
You should be very proud of your countrymen, man. I definitely think, boy, listen, if the world not watching, y'all better watch. Jamaica's 4x4 is going to make a push in 2025 with all these hurdlers and their 400-meter flat people. They are making a push. I don't know if y'all remember when we talked about Botswana. We told y'all about Botswana at the World Relays really early on. And we seen what they can do. I'm telling you now to the world, Jamaica is going to make a push in that female 4x4. So all you other countries who got 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I know they dropped the baton in the Olympics, they are going to make a real push in this 4x4 at Worlds again. And we know they've gotten gold before. So they could do it again. I definitely see it coming, but America is really strong in that 4x4. But you know what? I'm not ruling out Jamaica, man. You know what I mean? So I definitely say, y'all take notice. Jamaica's coming. On to the next.
Hey, y'all know what time it is. It's time for our picks, sponsored by DraftKings.
And you guys know, I say it all the time, new customers who bet just as little as $5 get $250 in bonus bets instantly.
And don't forget to use our promo code RSG.
So you guys, we're going to get into our first game of the week, man. It's Buffalo versus Miami. Man, and y'all know I'm going to have to go with Miami. You know what I mean? That quarterback, man, got more weapons than the doggone Pentagon. So I don't see Buffalo and their defense really handling all that speed. What you think, Jess?
Miami, 305, baby. They at home, dog. So I got to go with the home team. But I must say that when it comes to the over and under, I'm definitely going to go under with the 51.
Yeah, I think it's going to be under too. Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Next pick on the list, we got New Orleans versus Dallas. First of all, you know one of these teams is dear to my heart, and I am a New Orleans fan through and through. You know that, my boy. You know that. But we know how Dallas plays in the regular season. They seem unstoppable sometimes, but when that playoff comes, it seems like they get allergic. What's your picks, man? So you know I'm going with New Orleans, dog. New Orleans all the way.
Man, listen, you know, man, Dallas to me is the arch nemesis because I'm a bird. You know what I mean? But I like them over y'all, though.
Crazy work right there, man. I get it, though. I get it. This is a heart pick for me, dog. So I'm going to roll with New Orleans. You rolling with Dallas. So what's the over-under? What you thinking?
Man, I think they're going to go under, man. They're not going to score that high. Ain't going to be that much points. We're going to go under with that.
Okay. So I'm going to agree with you on this one. So I'm going to see the under as well for the 44.5.
Hey, man, the next game we got coming up, man, we got Atlanta and Philly. Battle of the birds, but we all know what bird is going to be superior. So y'all know who I'm going with. I'm going with Philly over these boys. We're going to roll them. And I'm going over, boy. We're going to score all kind of points because we got weapons too. Bang, bang, bang.
Well, you know, at the end of the day, man, this is Philly versus Atlanta. And I'm going to have to go with the A-Town. A-Town be looking good during the regular season. So, but at the same time, hey, I don't see them scoring all them points. So I'm going to go with the under on this one too. I think it's going to be a closer game.
Next game we got up on our list, we got New York versus Tennessee. Boy, New York got a new toy. The toy was broken last year, but that toy is up and running this year. Shoot, so we going to see how it's going to run, man. We going to see how that bull from Tennessee run too. But I don't know how it's going to work out. I like New York over these guys because I like that new toy they got.
I'm going to go with you on that one, man. So love to see what this QB going to do with New York. You know what I mean? But Tennessee has that running back over there that does damage. So, but I'm going to lean towards New York on this one, bro. So I'm rolling with that one too. What's your over and under?
Man, I say under, man. These two teams, I ain't seen too much from them, so I'm going to go under with the under bet.
Yeah, I don't see 43, so I'm going to say under as well.
And that's our picks for the week. Head on over to DraftKings and download the DraftKings app.
DraftKings, the crown is yours.
$200. We got Tebogo.
I feel like you've been practicing that name.
I had to.
You've been walking around the house. I'm like, Tebogo.
We got Tebogo. You know what I mean? We got Tebogo. You know what I mean? They call him schoolboy. I don't know where they got schoolboy from. I heard the commentators say that, like schoolboy, but I like Tebogo better. The 200 was really exciting, man. You know what I mean? I think your former training partner, Kenny Bernard, has broken, I think, into the top 10 of top 10 fastest 200 meter all time. I think he's tied with you.
He is. 1957. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the so he's tied the Star Athletics group record also.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because the group record would be yours in the 100, 974.
Uh-huh.
And the group record in the 200 would be yours also at 1957. So he's tied it. So now the Star Athletics record of the Dennis Mitchell group is 1957, proving that Dennis is definitely a marquee coach in those respectable events. But congratulations to him on his personal best and cracking the top 10 all time of 200 meters runners. He executed a good race, man. Tebogo just executed a better race with a little bit of reserve.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean?
I have to disagree with you right there, bro.
No, okay,
I have to
go ahead.
disagree with you. And Tebogo's my dude for sure. But the fact is, he didn't run if you watch his last couple of 200s, he didn't run, he didn't execute a solid race. His time came out to be superior, but coming off the turn, the last couple of races he ran, he was not even in first coming off the turn. This race right here, if you watch that race, he was in third place. And he checked, he saw where everybody was, he scoped the scene, and then he hit that boosters, and then he kind of just walked everybody down enough to where he got the W. So to me, it's like, are you fatigued? Are you saving yourself? Or are you just playing around? Either or, very impressive across the board in any of those categories. To be able to go out there and come off the turn with 100 to go and to run 1955 and you're in third place, to go back to get first place, that means that your speed is superior and obviously you're more well rested than the rest of the field as well too.
Where would you think, we're celebrating Tebogo and Kenny and dropping these really fast times. Like, I don't think people understand how fast these times are since the Bolt era. These are very fast times, for a whole group of guys, you know what I mean? Fifth place was 19.8 by Alexander Ogando, you know what I mean? So these 19.8 for fifth place is definitely, this is a fast group of gentlemen. Where do you think that Noah would have measured up if he was still running or if he didn't have his stress factor and he continued the season? You know what I mean? Where would Noah measure up? Is he winning these diamond leads or is he winning some and losing some?
I'm going to say something I usually don't say. I'm not sure. Only for the simple fact because 19.5, 19.6 is Noah's sweet spot. We've seen him run 19.5s and 19.6 consistently over and over again. And he came out, actually had an interview with Wallace Spearman and Eric Kennard. And they talked about what he thought about Tebogo and what he thought about Aaron Knight. And he said, young guys, very talented guys. He's not taking that away from them. But he says he's only going to be worried when he sees their form change. When they get stronger, bigger shoulder caps, you know what I'm saying, traps, when they look like they're becoming a more powerful sprinter. He said, then that's when he's going to worry. So right now he said he's not worried. But I think he'll have his hands full if he was running right now, even without no injury, no stress factors. He was out there running. I think these guys are going to run him to the line. He's going to be right there. He's going to have to push through. It's not going to be a relaxed season. It wouldn't be a restful season after the Olympics. He's going to have to run even harder after post-championships.
Well, we definitely know Noah is definitely a fan of track and field, and he's definitely watching. I think that he's watching these runs, and he's definitely preparing himself next year, knowing that he would definitely have to be in formidable form not to get beat. Because before this, before Tebogo beat him in the 200, I think he didn't lose a race since 2022. He didn't lose a 200 meters. So I think his first one was at the Olympics in 2024 when he lost his first 200 meter run. So I think he wants to go back to trying to assert dominance in what people would say is his real event.
So Noah right now has so much to choose from going into 2025. I mean, he's the world champion in the 100 meters. He backed up, became the Olympic champion in the 100 meters. He's also the world champion at 200 meters. He's ran 1930. And what do you do now, right? Going into the world championships, do you defend your 200 meter title? Do you defend your 100 meter title? Do you try to defend both? You know what I mean? I think personally, I would love to see him continue that path of what 19.3 and beyond looks like. Because then that is where the competition is. That is where the excitement is. Now you have a true contender who can go out there and you can race against. You got guys who run in 19.4s, and now you can step back up to the plate of the 200 and go out there and focus on that. because we know you can get it done in the 100 meters. You got it done. When people denied you, when people said, nah, he can't get it done, you went out there, you won the Olympic gold. You proved to a lot of people that what you say, you do. So what you going to do now? 2025, we need to know what the answer is, man. Where are we going to see Noah at?
Noah better leave that 400 alone. I'm going to try to tell him that. One,
I didn't bring the 400 up in this.
No, I'm talking to Noah.
Okay.
Leave that 400, boy. Listen, leave that 400. I'm talking, you, Noah, leave that 400. You know what I mean? Go ahead and make it back as the 100 meter, like assert dominance. You know, that's what pushes the sport. You know what I mean? People still, even though he won the Olympics, people still question, did he really win or not? Mostly Jamaicans, most of your countrymen. You know what I mean?
We made a big fuss.
Yeah, they did. They're like, oh yeah, they stole it from Shiann or whatever. So definitely, he doesn't have to. But if he wants to really like solidify dominance, he has to go and do it again. You know what I mean?
Do what? The 100 again?
He has to win the 100
really?
again.
Are you serious?
I don't
think so. I don't think
Let me tell you why. How many world champions does Bolt have?
But we can't judge him against Bolt, though, bro.
I'm not saying against Bolt. I'm saying this is what made him a dominant athlete. It's the amount of times that he was able to go in and dominate that event, dominate the 200 meters, that event. You know what I mean? People are still not giving it to Noah. Even if he won, like, they're not giving it to him. I'm not saying he has to do it, but I'm saying if he wants to definitely say, I am the dominant one, it can't be as close. He has to go and assert dominance as, I am the undisputed double champ. Because that's what makes the longevity, that's what makes duplicating Noah hard, right? What makes duplicating Usain Bolt hard? What makes him duplicating hard is winning the back-to-back championships. That's what makes it being hard, not winning one time. You could win one time, but can you do it back-to-back? And the longevity of gold medals is what makes Bolt so great. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a bunch of different color medals. He has a bunch of gold. That's what made Carl great. You know what I mean? The bunch of gold medals. So in order for him to do it, he can't move on just yet. He's the world champion one time. He has to go and do this again, which will make him 2-time. And sequential.
No.
The years
He's
passing,
more than
yes.
world champion in what? What are we talking about?
The 100. He has to do it twice.
All right. Okay. I thought you meant in the 200. Okay, my bad.
No. And the 100.
Okay.
And 100, like the 200 there, that's his baby. If you asked me at the beginning of the season if I thought Noah would lose the 200 in the beginning of the season before Tebogo made his surgeons and everything else, I would have said Noah's not losing. I would have told you that. You know what I mean? Fast forward to the Olympics, watching Tebogo, I didn't see. Throughout the season, we watched Tebogo grow, and then, now my thoughts have changed throughout the season. But in the beginning of the season, I wouldn't have said that Noah would have lost the 200. But, now, he's definitely contended in the 200 as well as the 100. This is what is going to make it so exciting to watch. And then I don't know. I really don't know if you want to jump in that 400, bro. 5th place was 43. You know what I mean? I don't know if you want that type of smoke.
Listen,
I don't know if you want that type of smoke.
You never follow your enemies into their territory. That's some Sun Tzu shit right there, boy. You never follow your enemies into their territory. And what I mean by that is let Tebogo do Tebogo. You just prepare yourself for whatever events is to come, the 100 meters or the 200 meters, or whatever you want to do, right? Sky's the limit for Noah. He still has that it factor, and he brings to the table, and he's athletically inclined to be able to walk it and talk it, right? And why I say that is because we're seeing the fact of someone who's comparably remarkable in talent as Tebogo is with Noah. we're seeing something really special happening right now. And I'm not shading anybody else in their events. But the fact is, look at Tebogo. Tebogo started the season off in February. He ran at 300 meters. He broke the 300-meter world record. He ran 44:20 early on, like in March. Then he backdoored it with a 19:7 early on in May, maybe even April. Then he came back to get ready for the 100 meters. And that's when he found out the information. Because we all was waiting with popcorn to see what he can do in 100 meters. So that's when he had the issue and he learned his mother passed. But then he got back on track. He doubled down, ran 19:4, 43 split, and then went out there and ran 9:8. He has a reservoir of talent. And the fact is, his issue is going to be which one is he going to pick? Which one is he going to focus on? You know, because he's that true hybrid athlete that he can do a little bit of everything and he can do it very, very well. So to me, I think it's what he desires to do. And watching him, how he put his race together in that last 100 meters he ran, and then be able to slow down to the finish line and still ran a very competitive time of 9:8. Yeah. He is going to be an issue next year in whatever event he chooses to step into.
He an issue this year.
Yeah, he issued this year. He issued this year for sure. But what I'm saying, like these two, I don't know, for some reason, I just see like a really epic battle for the ages that's going to happen. It depends on what they're going to line up in, when they're going to line up.
Facts. I just wanted your take on like with Noah. Good take, bro. Good take. Moving on to one of the most, your favorite event, one of the most highly competitive events in track and field that never seems to disappoint, the women's 100-meter hurdles. You know what I mean? We have, the Olympic, we have all three in this race. The gold medalist, silver medalist, and bronze medalist. We have the world champion and the former world record holder in that race.
We do.
The only thing this race was missing was the world leader, Akira Nugent. And I would like to see Akira and Jasmine Camacho-Quinn line up. Boy, that right there, Akira's having the season of her life. Despite what happened at the Olympics, she's having a season of her life. You know what I mean? Jasmine is having a really good season also, despite the medal color she got at the Olympics. But her training partner, Serena's having the season of her life too, man. This is the season of the 100-meter hurdler. You know what I mean?
She's the only track and field athlete for France who medaled. Only.
Get out of here.
Only. Yes.
You mean track and field?
Track and field, yes.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say, because they were clapping for the swimming for the other dude.
No. Only in track and field. But that's still big, bro. That's big.
Huge.
Yeah. But we called it. We called it earlier. We said it. I said, we saw her. She's getting ready. She already knows that this is her year. The Olympics are going to be in her country. That's an extra 10 points because you got home court advantage. And she looked amazing at practice. And she's putting her races together really nicely. She's made a name for herself. I told you, man, if she got on that podium, she good. France got her. She good.
She should be good, man. Listen, the season of her life, Serena's doing something so good, man, because she's not only their national record holder, she is the European champion, European record holder, and she is the Olympic silver medalist. Now, if she could backdoor this with the world championship medal, she shouldn't have to work in France no more, boy. They gotta get this girl a statue. I'm trying to tell you. Because in the last 2 years, I don't know if you remember, but she is the former indoor world's gold medalist. And then she became the silver medalist this year. And now she's have a plethora of medals now from the European champions to the Olympics. And if she could like solidify this coming through with the world championships, oh my God, she would add the best 2 years of her life. You know?
Yeah.
No matter what the color of the medal is. France should build a statue. The prime minister, he need to call in the office and have a sit down and have some, what they got, crepes? They're going to have some crepes. Some crepes. Some crepes.
And croissants.
You know what I mean?
Croissants.
Fly out to Monaco, have some coffee, and watch the F1 race, man, and say, hey, look, chill. You ain't running today. We're going to just enjoy this celebration.
Nice.
Listen, but Jasmine, you know she's been having a few issues with her leg. You know what I mean? Her calf, I think it is. Her calf or her foot. One of the two. I know she's been having some issues. But like she rested for the last 2 meets. She pulled out, I think, the last 2 meets, and she's came back and ran 12:36. She's not 100% and she's running 12:36. I actually think, and I've told this to Jasmine, I feel like Jasmine could do anything, bro. I feel like she could drop in the 100 and drop 10.8. I feel she's already ran 22.2 in the 200. I don't know if you ever seen Jasmine train, but this girl
What do you mean?
is...
I have seen. I've been out there
this
with you.
Girl she is amazing. Like the power, her size, her talent, and she's going to hear me say this and she's going to be like, that boy always saying that to me, man. Listen, I'm tired of him saying that to me. You know what I mean? But I feel like she could stop doing hurdles and compete in the sprints if she wanted to.
Yeah. You know what? The women's side, when it comes to the 100-meter hurdles, there's so much talent over there. There's a lot of athletes, I think, that could do that, who can change over and run sprints. I mean, you look at Leisha. You look at Lele. Lele has an amazing start. She actually used to sprint before she hurdled too. So when you look at people like Jasmine, Lele, like, they are super talented. And it shows in their events. It shows in their events. I mean, one event is Jasmine. The next event, it might be Masai. The next event, it might be Samba. You know what I mean? So it's like, what we doing here? Like, no.
You're correct. You're definitely correct. But some hurdlers are just hurdlers.
You're right.
Camacho she ain't that. Camacho is something different, bro. 22.2 for a hurdler? For a 100-meter hurdler? 22.2, bro? I feel like if Jasmine really wanted to, bro, she could really roll, bro. like when I talk to her about it, and I've talked to her a few times, she'll sit and she'll look to the corner of her head like, I probably could, but I probably could. You know what I mean? She'll think about it. But you have some hurdlers that are just hurdlers. No shade to them. But I believe that Jasmine is not just a hurdler, bro. If she experimented, she will shock herself and she will shock the world. Jasmine is special.
Hold up, did you say a 1v1 with Jasmine, Camacho-Quinn, and Sydney?
I'd like to see it.
Ooh.
I'd like to see it. And Jasmine is a dog. She ain't going back down. You know what I mean? Especially if they put up enough money, Jasmine not backing down. They put up that check. Money. Jasmine gonna be like, where we meeting at? Where we meeting at?
Pay me my money. Give me my money.
Just give me my money. Give me my money. Give me my money. She ain't gonna back down, man. Jasmine is a dog, man. If anybody watch or anybody know Jasmine for real, all of her friends or training partners, they know that Jasmine is a absolute dog. You know what I mean? So she ain't gonna. But matter of fact, you said that both of them went to Kentucky.
They did, bro. They did.
Both of them went to Kentucky. So I think just as much as Jasmine knows that Sydney is a dog, Sydney knows just as much as Jasmine is a dog. So they both gonna bring their A game to the table, man. A 1v1 and a 150. Let's see how that rock out. Man, I'll pay to see it.
I would too.
I'll pay to see it, man. Shoot. What? Oh, that's two different. That's New Balance and Nike. Yeah, man, put it up, man. Nike, put it up. Man, Llewellyn, put it up, man. Put it up, Llewellyn, man. Tell them, put it on. Yeah, man. Somebody at Llewellyn and tell him do it.
I'm going to text him right now.
Tell her, 1v1, man. Somebody at Sydney, say, let's see it. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of people would underestimate Jasmine. I think the majority of the world would underestimate what they think she is. Only because I've seen her train and I know what her PB is in the 200 and I've seen what she's ran and how she trains. I know that she's definitely special. All of our old coaches think she's definitely special. She's heard that a million times. You know what I mean? So
listen, I'm taking a bet with you. You see what position I'm in right now. Every time I look at the screen, I just be like, whoa.
That boy got flashbacks. He'd be like, that's Bolt. Oh shit, that's me. That's good, man. That's good. Yeah, man. Let's speaking of that, the 1v1, we have the all-female meet coming up on September 26th. Yeah, let's talk about it, man. They have a few athletes. They have Gabby Thomas. They have, I can't remember who else do they have or who else did they sign. They really have this really close to the chest, but it's the end of the month. You know, Brussels is what, the 13th?
Yes.
And 13 days later, we have this meet. I don't even know, do you know where this meet is? Or where they're holding it?
I do not. Let's look it up and see.
Yes, I do know where they at.
Where they
It's
at?
an Icon Stadium in New York.
Ah, that's a nice stadium. I can see that.
Yeah, man. Anybody want to give RSG an invite? Let us know, man. Fly us up, man. We wanna do the competition right there. We want to blow it up. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure if y'all want us to come, man, you know, y'all make a way for RSG to come up, man, and cover that meet. We definitely will cover it for you. We definitely will do a good job putting it on for you.
What you think about that? What you think about having an all-females meet?
I think it's amazing, man. I think track and field is one of the only sports where it's equal pay. Like, I think every other sport where there's a male and a female version, it's not equal. But in our sport, it's equal. Like, if it's 60,000 for the win or 10,000 for the win, you know what I mean? That's what it is. You know, there used to be a difference back when it was a Golden League, but with the Diamond League and everything else, it's equal pay. And I think them doing this is even better for the women. You know what I mean? They $60,000 for a win. You know what I mean? Shoot. You know, I think it's definitely great for women's sports.
I do.
You know what I mean?
I
the
agree.
only thing left, they definitely have to entertain. They have to put on a really solid meet. I heard they're gonna have Meg Thee Stallion out there. You know what I mean?
Performing?
Look at you. He like, I'm gonna buy my own ticket. I'm going.
Boy, what? Let me get my bag.
Oh, I tell you, man.
She gonna be out there first. She gonna be out there performing.
No, that's the day. That's what
she watching or performing.
No, she is performing. They say they're gonna have Meg Thee Stallion. Somebody at Meg Thee Stallion for this, man.
Listen,
they at Meg Thee Stallion on the 26th. She gonna be in New York at Icon Stadium.
Meg is having an amazing performance here. She out there performing for Kamala Harris, and she out there at Icon Stadium performing for all women's track meets. She doing it all, bro. She doing it all.
Yeah, man.
Do you feel that Serena Williams' husband, Alexis, is he the one that's pushing this, or do you feel like this is a Serena thing that she's pushing it and it's just come from Alexis?
I think she's definitely supporting him, but I think it's definitely him. He heard the idea of track and field, and I think he's probably new to the track and field world. I definitely think it's him. You know what I mean? But his wife definitely supporting because, you know, she definitely is a woman's activist. But I think she is definitely like, yes, baby, I think this is something that you should do. You know what I mean? But I think she's heavily in support of her husband doing this.
I would love to ask him, what made you pick track and field, right? Because obviously Serena plays tennis. He has so many other opportunities to be able to pick other sports that get highlighted over track and field. What was his connection with track and field to even think about putting this meet on? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, maybe if they fly us up to New York, we could ask him ourselves.
You know what? I'll even sweeten the pot. Y'all fly us to New York? Nah. If y'all invite us to New York, I'll wear my damn Jamaican jersey.
You better not do that, boy.
It's getting kind of comfy right now. It's getting comfy on me.
You know you wore that Jamaican uniform. You know that's where Bolt broke the first world record. In that stadium.
Listen, man.
It was in Icon Stadium.
Listen, you putting too much history into this right now, man.
I'm just trying to let you know, man, you're going to be at the stadium with your number one op in the stadium where he broke the first world record on American soil in a Jamaican jersey. I'm just saying, you setting yourself up, bro.
All I know is I know one stat. I know one stat. He ain't break no world record on me. I was like, look, man, I don't care how fast you run. Do not break no world record on me. That's what I'm saying right now. He ain't break no world record on me. That's good. I'm good with that.
You know what? I seen a picture the other day. I tried to send it to you. Somebody posted a picture. And if this person's listening, post it for me again. They had who had the toughest still photo of a world championship win. And the funny thing about those pictures, they have a picture of Usain as he comes through the line. I think it was Daegu.
2013. No, it was 2013. You talking about with the lightning bolt in the background?
Yeah, it's in the rain, and he's coming through the line, and he's slowing down, and there's a lightning bolt striking in the background. Then they have the picture of you where you shissed 100,000 people, and everybody's like, which picture is harder? If that person could put that picture up again, the funny thing is, you both are in the background of each other's picture. When you look in the background with the lightning right around, you in the back there like this. and then in the picture where you shishing everybody, both in the background in disbelief, like, what just happened? You know what I mean? So you both posterize each other in those pictures. If somebody has that picture, please put it up. Put the poll up to see which picture y'all think is the best, man. And I want to put those pictures on T-shirts, especially with Bolt permission. That is a great. He should have done it. Puma should have did that a long time ago. Like put that picture with the lightning bolt with him on the picture.
I hope he had that picture
That shit would have sold. That shit would have sold. That shit would have sold.
I hope he has that picture framed somewhere in his house, boy. Because I ain't gonna lie, it's an epic picture.
Yeah, that shit hard.
I remember warming up for the race, and I'm thinking the whole time, because like the storm is coming. You see the storm coming over the horizon. We're in Moscow. And I'm thinking in my head, in America, you see a storm coming, lightning about to happen. They about to like postpone something. They want, you know what I mean? So I'm warming up like, oh, we definitely going to be postponed because it's crazy out here. Tents are flapping. And this is like the tents are staked into the ground, like the heavy duty tents. And they just rattling and flapping all over the place. They still say, second call, 100-meter finals. I'm like, all right, cool. We about to get to the third call, and they about to make us postpone or wait. Third call, 100-meter finals. We go into the call room, check in, show us our bibs and everything. And I mean, the tent is rattling. Like, next thing I know is the last person checked in for the 100-meter finals. The officials packed up all their stuff and got the hell up out of there. They had a standing start line with a ominous cloud looming right over the stadium that's lightning inside the cloud. And they literally still get us in the blocks. Gun goes off and we go. And that's how that epic picture came to be. I mean, it's raining. And I mean, rain is getting in your eyes while you're running. And if you ever ran with rain in your eyes, as soon as it hits your eyes, you just like this the whole time. Like you just looking for white lines so you stay within your lane. But it's the fact of we had to go through all that to make it happen. This man still got the job done. Got one of the most epic pictures ever. I mean, that's how it ended, man. That was a beautiful picture, but I do love my picture though. I do love my picture.
Yeah, man. We gonna get that up in the polls, man. Y'all let us know, man. Which picture goes the hardest? We will see out of Justin and Bolt which one goes in the hardest, and we gonna see which one Bolt like, man. Bolt watches the show. He let us know he watches the show from time to time, and we appreciate his support. You know what I mean? And hopefully we are working on that episode. We get it in our DMs all the time, and we're going to get Bolt on the show. He is coming. I definitely think that it's definitely going to be a good show. These guys don't need me to be on that show, but, I might be a little mediator. I got a couple of stories that Bolt or Justin may have forgotten that I could bring to the light for the fans. So I might be a part of that show. So, you know what I mean? That's what it is.
What are you talking about, man? You're going to be a part of the show, bro. What are you talking about? We probably going to pull up. He's going to say, but look, Rod, the bearded one is my favorite.
He's not going to say that. He's going to do me like Mike Rogers. He ain't going to call my name. He's going to be like, where's the little one? You remember he said that? He was like, yeah, Justin and the little one. He didn't even call old dude name. I was like, dang, bro, the little one?
Who said that?
Bolt said that, man. He was like him and the little, he calls your name and he was like the little one. He's like, I don't disrespect nobody, Justin and the little one. I was like, damn. So, and me and Mike probably about the same height. So in my head, I'm like, yeah, then he probably going to say the little one. Yeah.
The little one. That's crazy.
Now he gonna be like, Justin, where's the little one? He ain't gonna call my name. Yeah. Hey man, we have any mailbag? Gonna answer some mailbags, man. From Allen 1X. How would you guys summarize Knighton season? He said Knights, but I'm pretty sure he mean Knighton season.
Yeah.
I say it's pretty. He's having a really solid season. I mean, he's ringing off the most 19s. This boy ain't ran 20 seconds, I don't think, yet. I mean, he's having a really solid. I think it's probably his best average 200-meter season where he wasn't all over the place. I think he's definitely knowing what he's actually doing in the 200 meters at this point, because his times are really consistent. So I would summarize it as one of the best seasons of his career. I just think that that event is very, very competitive right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree. I mean, it's a very competitive event. He didn't get a chance to run early in the season. And I said it before, I was very impressed for him to come out and still run 19.7 to be able to go out there and make the Olympic team and to do his things respectfully at the Olympics itself, and then still running at a high level after. I think a lot of attention is obviously going to Tebogo, to Kenny, to Noah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people out there running very fast times, like across the board. This isn't just a big three kind of thing anymore, where it's like a Knighton, Noah, and maybe a Kenny or a DeGrasse. This is like now basically almost a whole field. You know what I mean? You got Alexander. You got Fred back in the mix with a 1981. You know what I mean? You got Kenny. You got Tebogo. You got Noah. You got Arian. You got
Zarnell. Zarnell was hurt this year.
You got Zarnell.
You know what
I mean, you can't, and going into next year, you can't count out people like DeGrasse. So that's 8 already right there. That's a full field of elite sprinting that all are around the same talent pool level, right? So you're going to see some amazing stuff. But I've always said, Arian is the future of especially USA 200-meter sprinting. He's going to take that flagship. He's so young. He has so many years in front of him to hone in on himself, to develop his body, bigger shoulder traps, and really kind of motor that sprinting home to get even better elite time. So, I think Arian had a great season this year, especially with everything that's happened. And I think we're going to see even more for him next year.
I definitely think our next mailbag question is to you from
Freddie Ferrari?
Football stage. Do you think that you retired too early?
Yes, I did. I retired too early on purpose. I did. I was always taught that when you're up, you push away from the table. And I really feel like when you deal with track and field, it's a gamble. and you push away from the table. I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I start getting fourths and fifths and sixths and things like that. That's not me. And it wouldn't sit well with me as an individual and as a competitor. And I knew that it was the best thing for me to do is start to push away from the table, find other things that gave me passion, and still be in tune with the world of track and field. So yes, I do feel that I really retired too early. But I mean, in our sport, I would have been 42 still running, so which is unheard of. And ageism is a thing. And I was getting that where before I might have been snubbed to get into meets for other reasons. Now they were getting snubbed because, oh, you're 42. You may not do well. You may not do too good, but I always feel like it's about your performance. The proof is in the pudding. And I'm always that kind of person that I try to look to be the outlier, the person that's going to push the envelope and say, you know what, who said you had to retire at 30 something years old? If you still got it in you, go for it until you want to stop. So that's where I'm at. I wanted to do what I'm doing now, and I love what I'm doing. I'm spending time with the family. I'm enjoying life. I didn't get a chance to really do that as a real elite athlete. I was always focused on myself and my performance. So now I get a chance to chop it up with all y'all, man.
That's good. Our next one is from Fred Ferrari. Can we get some detail about Tebogo's running style? It's very unique. Haven't seen it often.
I mean, he run like a miniature Usain to me. So, I mean, obviously miniature meaning because Usain is very big. You know what I mean? He has a very Usain Bolt style. You know what I mean? He carries the elbow up high. He's here and he's running. You know what I mean? Up tall. He's here. You know what I mean? And he steps down underneath him. He doesn't really step down in front of him. He's a frequency style runner as well. I mean, you look at the last race he had. He really doesn't have a traditional 100-meter drive phase. He literally drove for like 4 steps, bop, 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 and then he was up and just turning. And that's what you see. So for me, he reminds me a lot of Usain when Usain was running. If you look at still photos of Tebogo from side view, he runs very erect, chest out. And then you look at photos of Usain, it's the same style.
I would definitely agree with the same thing, but the different thing is like he's frequency, but Bolt had both. Bolt was frequency and power.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So the difference in them both is Bolt was a lot more powerful, and which made him the world record holder in the events that he had the world record in. So, but he is definitely a lighter striker. Like when you watch Usain run and how they strike the four very different, but their forms are really similar. So I could get that also.
Yeah.
Our last one is from Juan Almonte. Will Sydney get bored with the hurdles, or will she be like Edmund Moses? The 4 flat could be bigger challenge if she's really charged up to compete. I think what Sydney did for the 4 hurdles, by her jumping into the event of the 400 with Polino, I feel like she would bring, for our sport, she would bring a lot of attention to that event. You know what I mean? Will it be harder for her to compete with the people that's in the event? Yes. She has a lot more formidable opponents to try to defeat. And that's what people want to see. They want to see her challenge herself. You know what I mean? But the only reason why I think Sydney's not done with the 400 is because, I mean, what she told me in 21 or 22, she wants to run 49 in that 400 hurdle. She wants to move that world record so far. So when she tries another event, you know what I mean? That world record is like out there. She ain't even got to go back to prove herself. So I definitely think she would blow up that sport. I think she should. I think she'll get bored with it winning, but I think she's after that 49.
Well,
What do you think?
mean, if she's already said that, then clearly that's what we're going to see. You know, we're going to see her get ready to take to take her event to a whole new level, because she's already done it 6 times already. So, I mean, to say very Edwin Moses-esque is the thing. You know, Edwin has an amazing winning streak that no other has done. Not even Sydney. But the thing is, Sydney in her own right has moved the needle 6 times in her event into an area that we probably deemed impossible. You know, like, what do you mean? Like, you talking about a female's going to jump 10 barriers and still come across the line and still run 50? Like, women out there work hard in an open 400 to run 50. And she does it with 10 barriers. So the fact that she wants to take it to a 49 is just, once again, it's damn near unfathomable. You can't even, like, what? What are you talking about? Like, now you are running to a level to where elite female sprinters in a 400 are trying to achieve and run sub 50, and you're doing it with 10 barriers in front of you. I would love to see that. So if she's going after that, I'm here for it. But I would love to see what she could do in an open 400. And I think that's what give her career more longevity. It's the fact of she accomplished what she wants to accomplish in her respectable event, and then she's able to focus and move on to a whole nother event. So I think that's...
I don't think she only did that. I think she's moved her event where her competitors have basically what Bolt did when he ran 9.5, and everybody, had so much more people run 9.7s of your generation, and now the Freds and the Trayvons and the Colemans and all those guys running 9.7, the Omanyalas running 9.7 now. She's moved the needle for her opponents to run. Shoot, we've seen Femke run 50 point. We've seen Anna Cockrow run 51. And then we have a plethora of people running 52s, which was unheard of back then. You ran 52 6 years ago. You the man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or the woman.
You
know what I mean? But now I think she's moved that to where, athletes are training past that point. Like, they know 52 in their head, even though 52 is very fast, very competitive, they're like, it's not enough. I want more. So now all of her opponents are running faster now. They're just not running fast as her, but they're running a whole lot faster now. So, you know what I mean? I think she's done a lot for that event.
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro.
Man, shoot.
I think that's it for the mailbag, man. This is
mailbag.
another episode. Lockdown. One to remember.
Jamaica. We would like to appreciate our sponsors down there at Puma in Jamaica for sponsoring this whole athlete. I think Asafa Power gave you that jersey, if I'm not mistaken.
Asafa gifted me this jersey. I didn't want this gift.
That jersey.
It wasn't my birthday. I didn't win anything. I just rolled up on Asafa. I said, hey, man, what's going on? He said, I got a gift for you. And this is what he gave me. I think y'all long game me, bro. Y'all knew that this day was coming. Y'all strategized and helped make this event. Y'all all secretly coached Mondo in the 100. And then now here I am.
Hey, man. Warholm gonna get his get back, though. I don't know what event. He should have did a 150. I wouldn't have told Mondo to do a 100, but I would have told him a 150. That would have been a lot more entertaining. But you know what I mean? To that being said, and Justin and his green, black, and gold, go and get your books.
My countrymen, obviously have much love for you. Show me love too, man. If you get an opportunity and chance, go grab a Ready, Set, Go book. You know what I mean? I know you're learning a lot about me on these podcasts and who I am as a person. And I appreciate the love and respect you give me in the comments. If you want to learn a little bit about me, about my upbringing, how I am and how I faced all the things I went through in my career, grab a Ready, Set, Go book, Grind to Glory. And with that being said, boop, boop, boop.
We appreciate all our fans. We'll see you guys next time on the next episode of Ready, Set,
Go. I'm drinking rum and Red Bull. And all right, we out.
This boy, wow.